some of the best sci-fi shows never got the attention they deserved. Maybe they didn't have big budgets or big names, but they told bold, original stories set in broken futures and collapsing worlds. In today's video, we'll discuss the best underrated dystopian sci-fi series kept hidden from you. Don't forget to subscribe and comment your favorite from the list. 3%.
Sempre distrai com as pessoas.
If you're into dystopian dramas and haven't seen 3%, you're missing out on a criminally underrated gem. Directed by Cesar Charlone, the cinematographer behind City of God, this Brazilian sci-fi series delivers a gritty, thought-provoking story that deserves way more attention. The show is set in a divided society, the poverty-stricken inland and the futuristic paradise known as offshore. Every year, 20-year-olds from the inland go through the process, a brutal selection designed to pick only the top 3% for a new life in the offshore.
Como eu. Nosso trabalho é uma questão de vida ou morte.
But passing the process means leaving your old life and family behind forever. Yes, it starts slow. The first couple of episodes might feel a bit underwhelming, but stick with it. The story quickly deepens, pulling you into a world filled with tough moral questions, shifting alliances, and high-stakes mind games. Pro tip: watch 3% in its original Portuguese with subtitles. The language brings out a richness and intensity that's often lost in dubbed versions. Wayward Pines.
What are you hiding?
Fear keeps everybody in line here.
Fear of what?
Next up is Wayward Pines, a show that constantly keeps you guessing in the best way. Based on the novels by Blake Crouch and brought to the screen by Chad Hodge with M. Night Shyamalan as executive producer, this series stars Matt Dillon as a Secret Service agent named Ethan Burke. After a mysterious car crash, Burke wakes up in a small Idaho town where nothing is quite right. There's no way to contact the outside world, and attempts to leave are met with strange resistance.
I just want to get home.
Good luck.
What's happening here?
The locals seem friendly, but their behavior hints at something darker beneath the surface. As Burke digs deeper, he uncovers secrets that push the boundaries of science and survival. The pacing is tight, and the mystery unfolds with enough twist to keep you hooked. If you're into mind-bending sci-fi, evolutionary secrets, and mystery-driven storytelling, Wayward Pines might just be your next binge. Tribes of Europa. Tribes of Europa is a gritty post-apocalyptic series from the makers of Dark, set in a divided future Europe where tech-obsessed tribes fight for control. If you like The 100, Divergent, or The Hunger Games, this one might be up your alley, but with a darker, more grounded tone. The show starts off with a familiar setup. The peaceful origin tribe is attacked, throwing everything into chaos. The first few episodes are a bit predictable, but don't give up just yet. Things take a sharp turn once the story splits between three siblings, Liv, Elja, and Keanu, each sent on their own dangerous path. Played by Henrietta Confurious, Emilio Sacraia, and David Ali Rached, the trio bring emotional weight to the unfolding conflict. While it doesn't break a lot of new ground early on, the second half pays off with bigger stakes, deeper world building, and a real sense of momentum. Colony.
Maybe the fight here is over.
It's not over. It's just moved on.
Something big's going on.
Next on our list is Colony, a gripping mix of sci-fi and family drama set in a near-future Los Angeles after an alien invasion. The city is walled off and people are forced to choose, obey the new rulers or resist and risk everything. At the heart of the story is the Bowman family. Will, a former FBI agent, is forced to work with the authorities to keep his loved ones safe, while his wife Katie secretly joins the resistance.
Why isn't this block at war? Why aren't people fighting for their lives?
On top of that, they're desperately trying to find their missing son, who was separated during the invasion. This show isn't just about aliens or politics. It's about how far you'd go to protect your family in a world turned upside down. Into the Night. One underrated gem worth checking out is Into the Night. This Belgian sci-fi thriller kicks off with a catastrophic solar event. Sunlight turns deadly, forcing a group of passengers on a red-eye flight from Brussels to flee westward, staying ahead of the sun. The diverse ensemble of characters, ranging from military personnel to civilians, must collaborate to survive, navigating challenges like fuel shortages and internal conflicts.
J'en ai assez de ton temps.
Je n'ai même pas encore commencé.
Il faut qu'on se fasse confiance.
Tu te mensonges, ok?
While the series has its plot inconsistencies, the compelling performances and relentless pacing make it a gripping watch. It's an ideal pick for a suspenseful Friday night binge when you're in the mood for high-stakes drama without overanalyzing every detail. Falling Skies.
Erase us!
Falling Skies is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi series we've talked about many times on this channel, produced by Steven Spielberg. The story begins 6 months after a devastating alien invasion that wipes out most of the global population and destroys major cities. The remaining survivors are scattered and struggling to fight back. The show centers on Tom Mason, played by Noah Weil, a former history professor who becomes second in command of a militia group known as the 2nd Massachusetts. With his 3 sons by his side, Tom helps lead a civilian resistance against the alien forces, known as the Asfini, who use advanced technology, robotic mechs, and even enslaved children to maintain control. As the series unfolds, Falling Skies explores themes of survival, leadership, family, and the psychological toll of prolonged warfare. While it has its ups and downs over 5 seasons, its strong character development and steady tension make it a standout in the alien invasion genre. Black Summer.
Gotta move.
I'm gonna get on that plane, I promise you.
If you're looking for something darker and stripped to the bone, Black Summer on Netflix might be your thing. Set in the earliest days of a zombie apocalypse, the show skips long backstories and throws you straight into chaos. It's about survival, raw, frantic, and terrifying. There are no safe heroes here, just regular people forced into brutal decisions, often selfish or desperate. The story follows a scattered group of strangers trying to stay alive as society collapses around them. One of the central figures is Rose, played by Jaime King, a mother separated from her daughter, determined to reunite with her no matter what. With long, single-take camera shots and minimal dialogue, the show creates an almost documentary-like intensity. Every moment feels dangerous. Every decision could be your last. It's not your usual zombie fare. It's grim, fast-paced, and emotionally exhausting in the best way. Y: The Last Man.
We will rebuild together.
The Last Man on Earth is a unique post-apocalyptic comedy series created by and starring Will Forte. Set in the near future after a deadly virus wipes out most of humanity, it follows Phil Miller, who believes he's the only survivor left. After traveling across the U.S., leaving signs that he's alive in Tucson, he prepares to give up until he stumbles upon another survivor, Carol. The two couldn't be more different, but Carol insists they have a responsibility to rebuild humanity.
Angry. Terrified.
What follows is a hilarious, awkward, and surprisingly emotional journey as more survivors begin to appear. While it starts with a simple premise, the show becomes a quirky exploration of loneliness, human connection, and absurdity in the face of global disaster. The Rain. This show is a rare gem, emotionally honest and intellectually grounded in a way that sets it apart from most in its genre. It doesn't rely on cliches or one-dimensional characters. Instead, it introduces people who feel real, flawed, conflicted, and human. They make mistakes, struggle with consequences, and sometimes don't make it out alive. That unpredictability is one of the show's strongest qualities. Unlike many formulaic US dramas that play it safe, this series isn't afraid to take risks, even if it means killing off major characters.
Det handler jo ikke bare om at overleve. Det handler om håb.
that risk pays off, making each episode feel genuinely tense and meaningful. If you start watching and feel underwhelmed by the first episode, don't give up. The show quickly finds its rhythm and evolves into something deeply engaging and worth sticking with. Daybreak.
Like in the apocalypse?
It's never what you'd expect.
And wrapping up with The Rain, a Danish post-apocalyptic series with an insane premise. What if a virus was spread through the rain? The story follows siblings Simone and Rasmus, who are forced into hiding after a mysterious virus wipes out most of Scandinavia. Their father, a scientist connected to the outbreak, leaves them in a high-tech bunker with a warning: avoid the rain at all costs. After years underground, the siblings emerge into a world that's collapsed, joining a small band of survivors on a dangerous journey to find safety and uncover the truth about the virus, and Rasmus's mysterious connection to it. The Rain sets itself apart by delivering a grounded and emotionally driven survival story. It treats viewers with intelligence, avoiding cliches often found in teen-led dystopias. While the first episode might feel slow, the show quickly builds tension and complexity across its 3 seasons.